nice symbol of peace by helping this video achieve the like goal. Full details at the end of the video. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Mango Section. I'm here today to bring you What If Deku Ate the Gum Fruit Part 2. So if you haven't seen Part 1, if you want to know how exactly he gets the devil fruit and just everything that happens leading up to the quirk apprehension test arc, because this is what this video will be covering, I'd advise going back and checking out Part 1. With that all said and done, I'm now going to dive in. So the discussion of the practical exam scores still happens the same way with a slight change. When focus goes on to Eraserhead will have a flashback to when he was called to the testing facilities that was testing on Deku to see if he could erase Deku's power, but obviously he could not. He will also have a flashback to a phone call he has with a government official. The phone call was to discuss that Deku's case would be considered one of national security. It would be kept top secret and only certain individuals will be kept within the loop. And the only reason why Eraserhead's being left in the loop is because he was a big help to them when trying to decipher what exactly was going on with Deku. So not knowing All Might personally, he doesn't go to meet him on the night of getting his acceptance letter, so spends the night celebrating with his mum. So we skip to Deku's first day, and everything will happen the same until Uravity enters the classroom. Uravity will still be excited that he got into UA, but Deku would not know about her going to the teachers after the exam. He would clam up and still be unresponsive when speaking to her. Everything would now still follow the same line of events. Bakugo would still have his flashback about he and Deku getting praised for getting into UA and the little bullying scene that followed that. Eraserhead would still introduce himself and change his class's plans for the day, leading up to the quirk apprehension test. With Deku better suited to take the test and not have to worry about the drawbacks of the one form, the test goes a little differently. Deku is nervous about the threat of the student with the lowest score being kicked out. This leads to him having troubles thinking of ways he can implement his power to help him into the softball throw. His scores up until this point will pretty much be the same. When it comes to the softball throw, Deku will realize he's got to pull something out of the bag or he'll end up with the lowest score. He winds up his arm and launches the ball with his power. Because Eraserhead doesn't need to raise Deku at this moment, we don't get our first display of his quirk. Bakugo is still shocked as this is the first time he is seeing Deku's power. Just to keep it so Deku can still rival Bakugo at this moment in time, Deku still clears 705.1 meters with his throw. Bakugo will still get mad and charge towards Deku for an explanation, but Eraserhead will stop him in his tracks. This is where we will see Eraserhead's quirk for the first time. Bakugo will acknowledge that Deku has become more than a pebble in his path before they move on to finish the test. Not having suffered any injuries during the softball throw, Deku is able to do a lot better during the last few tests. Before giving them the scores, he would say he lied about kicking out the person with the lowest score, telling the class it was also they would try harder. The scores are shown, only difference is Deku is able to get number 19 instead of becoming dead last. While Eraserhead is walking away, he won't bump into All Might as he won't be present due to the lack of no relationship between All Might and Deku. Instead of the conversation between All Might and Eraserhead will have an internal monologue about the reason he didn't expel the student with the lowest score, which would go something like this. Rational deception to bring out your best? Yeah, right. Last year I expelled an entire class of first years. The truth of the matter is, at least for now, I see potential in all of them. Let's see just how far they can grow. Deku still has a moment with Ido and Uravity, realizing he now has friends. Skip to the next day, which would still go the same way. English lesson in the morning followed by lunch, and then All Might comes in giving them their first hero lesson. He tells them it's battle training and tells them to suit up, so they all change into their hero costumes. So this is where the arc ends, so this is where I'm going to be ending off this video, and now without further ado, the light goal. By now you should know how this works. If the light goal is hit within a week, then the next part will be out the week after that. Just so there's no confusion, I have the dates displayed on the screen. The number of likes this time around is 20. Before you click off, make sure you check the end cards for the next part, because depending on when you're watching this, it might already be out. So like always guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care, have a nice day.